Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it was sent to me by one of our dear brother. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. The message that was sent to me reads like this. Hello, Brother Nanshi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? I never thought that I'll end up being a fake prophet, but this is what I am. This was after I had prayed for this other man who was a satanic agent who had been sent to the Bible school where I was busy studying, and he had one mission to destroy that Bible school, because he said that out of that Bible school there were a lot of holy men that were coming out of that Bible school. So he had only one task: to destroy that Bible school. This is how I met this man. Me and my wife, we had promised each other that we were not going to sleep with each other until we had married each other. So me and my wife, we went to the same Bible school. And as for my wife, she does not even know that I have been working with this man from that time that we were still in Bible school. I just wonder what she will think of me when she finds out that this is what I have been doing. But because of the way that I have corrupted her mind, I don't think that she will even believe that I am a satanic agent. As for her, I corrupted her mind and I gave her a false doctrine, the doctrine of prosperity. She believes that in order for a person to be said that they are blessed, they have to have a lot of money. If you are poor, then it is a sign from God that God has rejected you and God has not given you his blessings. But I do not blame her, for I was the one who corrupted her after I had been corrupted by that satanic agent. This man, after he had initiated me, he then gave me a ring which I had been keeping for a very long time. So I kept this ring until my wife gave birth to our second child, who then passed away. After she had died, our daughter, when she was only 2 months old, that was when I woke up and I found myself, I was in a room that was full of other satanic agents. And I was holding my baby that was dead. And I was told that I had to go and place my baby on the altar. So I did. And I was told that from that day going onwards, at all the times, I have to wear that ring that had been given to me by that satanic agent. And I removed my wedding ring, and I then started wearing this fancy ring that was given to me by that satanic agent. And at that time, my wife kept on asking me, where was my wedding ring? And I told her that I had lost the wedding ring when we were on our vacation, because soon after my daughter had passed away, I then said to my wife, I want you to relax your mind, so I am taking you to Cape Town for a vacation. So we flew from Zim and we came to Cape Town for our vacation. But when we returned back to Zim, that was when she found me wearing that ring instead of the wedding ring. And she said, where is your wedding ring? And I said, I lost it in Cape Town and I was scared to tell you. So this is how I met this satanic agent. Like I told you, when me and my wife were not sleeping together, I was someone that was always prayerful. The moment that me and my wife started sneaking out of our dormitories, then we will meet in the toilet, then we will make love. That was when I stopped reading the Bible, skipping classes and not praying. When people will be praying, then I'll just pretend as if I was praying with them, just moving my lips. I even do it even right now. We can be praying and then I'll be moving my lips, not even saying anything. That was when I met this man who later told me that he was a satanic agent. It was on a big Sunday, and then I went outside. Then I started to have a conversation with that man who was wearing his nice black suit, and it seemed to be someone that had a lot of money. I asked him a lot of questions, and already I was thinking of ways of asking for some money from him, because my wife had been telling me that she wanted me to take her out, and I did not have any money at all. So as we were talking, this man then took out his wallet and he gave me some money, and he gave me a bank card, and he gave me the PIN for that bank card that he had given me. And he said that, I know that for a very long time you have been wanting to take your wife out for a date, so you can use this card and you can use this money. And when this man gave me the money and the card, he did not even give me the chance to speak with him. He walked back into the church and he left me outside. Then the next day, me and my wife, we went out, and I did not even tell my wife that the money that I was using, spoiling her, it was the money that I had been given by that mysterious man. Well, later on, that was when I met that guy again. I had just gone out. I just wanted to pee. That was when I saw him. So I was really shocked, because at the premises, there was like tight security. So I was like, how did you manage to get into the premises? And he told me that he had some spiritual powers. So we sat down, and he told me that he had been given a mission, and the mission was that he was supposed to destroy the Bible school. And he told me that he was going to destroy this Bible school from the inside, and he wanted me to help him to corrupt the other students. So that is how he started teaching me another gospel, the gospel that he said that most of the pastors knew but did not want to teach the rest of the congregants. So he started teaching me, and I learned really well. And he taught me another way of praying to God, not asking God for something, but demanding that God does whatever that you want, forcing, he said, the will of God. And that is the type of gospel that I preach. One has to force the will of God. Otherwise, God is not going to do anything. He is the creator of the universe. He has a lot of people that are always praying to him at all the times. So for you to be noticed by him, you have to force him, to shout at him, not to be humble. Because if you are humble before him, he will never notice you, demanding that he does whatever that you want at that time. So after he had taught me everything, I then found out that God was indeed answering to me. And whenever I will demand that God send his angel, I started to see this different type of angels. At that time, I did not realize that this was another God that I was praying to. And the moment that I realized, it was already too late, for I had enjoyed the money that this man was giving to me. And he said that instead of him to keep on giving me the money, he was going to lead me to the God that was going to give me the money whenever I wanted the money. So he corrupted me, and I started to corrupt the other students, and I corrupted my wife. Even right now, when my wife is standing in front of the church, all that she talks about is how many cars that we own, how many houses that we have bought in the most expensive suburbs here in Zim, how many times she has been on her vacations, how many times we have been invited in South Africa by a lot of rich couples, and that is all that she talk about. So this is the gospel that I was told that I have to preach. I started really small when I started preaching this gospel. All that I will do is, you do not need to bring something like $1 to the Lord saying that this is my free will offering, because God does not need your dollar. You need to bring money, at least bring something like $10, $20, $30 until the church elders noticed already I had corrupted them. And with the gifts that they were being given by the church congregants, they liked this gospel of prosperity, of taking care of the church elders and the church pastors. So then they removed parts of the doctrine which were written in the church doctrine, that people, even if they are poor, they are still blessed, they are still considered to be blessed. Then removed that part from our church doctrine, and we said that for you to be recognized as someone who is a Christian, who is blessed by God, you need to be prosperous. For the God that we worship, the God of Abraham, he was prosperous. For Abraham was not a poor man, but he was a prosperous man. So if we are the children of Abraham, then we need to be prosperous, just like our father. And this is the gospel that people love to hear. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by our dear brother. Strange things do happen in this world.